Very, very simple. Okay, so Lambda. So Lambda is a serverless computing. Means if you want to deploy any code applications, like applications, websites, those things, so we don't need to create or deploy any servers. It is a serverless computing platform. Okay, so serverless computing platform. Okay. So if you want to deploy in normal scenarios, if you want to deploy any website or code, something application, those things, right? So we need any servers, CPU, this much memory, a backup, those type of things, right? So in Lambda, we do not require any servers, CPUs, process, memory, those things and all. This is a serverless computing platform. Serverless means
Okay.
that you can run code without provisioning or managing servers. So if you want to run code, you don't have to spin up an EC2 instance and install software. You can just create a Lambda function, drop your code it and execute it. That's it. So we don't need to create any EC2 instances, those stuff and all. Just build your code and create one Lambda function. So using this console things and drop your code, init and execute it. So Lambda scales the required compute powers automatically with your code. So it automatically will increase the compute power those things and all. By default, it is high available, fault tolerant, scalable, elastic, and cost efficient. Why? Because we don't need to create any servers, we don't need to maintain any servers, those things and all. Just we have to deploy our code. That's it. So Lambda integrates with many other AWS services. Using Lambda, right? So we can create the EC2 instances, S3, EC2 snapshot, backup, those things. Like whatever code you want, you can deploy it. So regarding whatever code you want, you can deploy it into Lambda. So current supported languages, these are the current supported languages. So when should you use Lambda over EC2? Just okay, creating buckets, deploying applications, website, those things we can deploy into. Not only creating S3, EC2, DynamoDB, these things we can deploy our websites also. Like websites, applications also we can deploy it using our code, using this code and all. So Lambda. Just create function. Hi Anthony.
Yeah.
Just we are discussing about Lambda.
Okay.
Just any function, something. So some name, whatever code you want. Okay. So I will use Python. Okay. If you want, you can Node.js, Java, GoEx, CSNet. There's so many. Okay. These things are Lambda is supporting by. So supporting these technologies, I will choose Python. Role. I will create any one role. Just allow it. So create function. So here I have created one function. So using Python, okay. So loading function. So here if you want, okay. So if you want, we can write our code and all, whatever code, okay. So using here I selected Python, right? So I can write the Python program, Python code and all regarding whatever I want, like application, websites, any other things and all. So okay, in Python code I can write it. If you want to upload, we can upload using zip file. If you have our code something in S3, we can from S3 also we can upload it. Otherwise, you can write your coding here yourself. So the keys, execution role. So now these are the time rotations, those things and all. VPC. If you want, you can select your VPC. Other without VPC also it will work. Select any trigger. Trigger means just to run this functional, we have to select any one trigger. So here I will select API gateway. So and I will configure those things and create new API. Some name, some API. I'll use some production, some stage. Okay. Security. I will choose AWS IAM. So yeah. So I'll save it. Go to this thing, API gateways. Okay. This thing. Browse this one. We will see whether it will come or not. Not coming. Oh, API. So this is the default API. What we will do? So I will remove this default one and I will create my own API from one trigger. So this is the process. How that okay? Lambda function, the triggers will work on. Some okay. Some just this is a client. Just this is one like a laptop something. So we'll get one request. By default, Lambda will integrate with all services. Okay, services. This is the Lambda function. Just this is something okay. So Lambda, right? So most probably Lambda will use by like developers, those kind of things and all. Again, as a system admin, we will use only for creating easy to backups, snapshots, images, deleting easy to snapshots, images, those things and all. On developer side, so they can deploy their websites, those kind of things and all. What I will do, I will delete this method. I will create my own method using get something. Deploy create method. I'll use yeah you can see some delete get. I will use delete get to create a new method using lambda function. I'm using lambda function. If you want, we can use these things also. VPC link those things and what lambda region. So now I'm in North Virginia region. So I selected North Virginia region. Yeah, my function is this thing. My function name. Deploy API. This is my stage name. Just deploy it. Just execute this thing. Message missing authentication token. It's not coming. Production. So get. Yes. Close this thing. Not browsing, right? It's coming a still message. Mhm. You browse this link now, so we will get the whatever we given in that code in Python that IDE. Okay, so now I can see the here. So all of them. So this thing, so we given here using Python, right? So if we select here, um, while deploying, we select there we selected right Python code and okay, where is that one? Okay, and then my API. So here we given some Python, right? So Python. Pages, sources. Now this is all my API. So I'm looking for the Python code. We given some Python code here, right? I think we close that one. Functions. Mm, okay. Okay, fine. So you're given here something hello from lambda. Same thing here I can see. Here what I will do here I change some other thing. Hello, I'll give something. Hello, save it. So you can see so hello Ramana means without servers and without servers, so without CPU memory those things and all, we can deploy our code applications or websites. So like and this is a very small one, small thing. Okay, so if you want, we can test our application our coding also. So here we can write the some test cases, some test scenarios and all. So whatever, but we are not from like a testing team and all. If you know the testing test those things and they can write a test scenarios and they can test their code also. So this is simple one. Okay, so mainly it is usable by will okay. So for developers those things and all. For as a system admins that we will use only creating is to images, deleting is to Snapchat those things and all. Okay, so has Anthony. So has so are you able to hear me? Okay, okay, Suhas. Okay, fine. Okay, okay, fine. So, Anthony, so any questions here? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So, okay. So now we'll see cloud front end. So, So CloudFront, how it looks it's like the CDN okay, based content tool, cloud delivery content delivery network. For example, here I have my AWS region. So here I have my AWS region. So here I have my some data S3 or some applications with some my servers like resources. I have here my AWS resources in this region. Okay. So here I have my user under user. So just is in India. Just assume that is in India. This user is in India. So this is my data center. My AWS region will be the so North Virginia. That's okay. North Virginia. If this user, if this user, if you want to access his applications, his data, or like any resources in AWS, you can access. Okay. But if you access something directly, right, there will be some issue, some like security issues, some network issues, slow for like slowness, those things under. So latency issues, those things under. In AWS, we have one CDN method. Okay, there are some like no, edge locations in AWS. Edge locations means it is also like AWS data centers, but here they don't have any resources. Means like S3, like this thing S3, EC2 database, those things and all. This also will work as a data centers. We will call the edge locations, but here they don't have any AWS resources. What will do? This is my edge locations. They will create one CDN content delivery network between these edge locations to this user. This is my edge location. So this is normal EC2, normal S3, sorry, not AWS. This is normal AWS region. Okay. So they will create one CDN method between this region, that's the edge location, to customer. Okay. So we create like this. Whatever application, just assume this is one application. This application, the cache data will store in edge location. So instead of access user directly to this location, you can access only this cache data. Cache data. So if you follow this thing, so we can save some network cost, security, those type of things and all. Documentation. Same thing. This is our like AWS regions. In region we will have our AWS resources. Here we have users. Instead of accessing directly to the this region, in between nearby user there will be some edge locations. Edge locations also it is like kind of data centers, but that in edge locations they don't have the this resources and all. So they will configure one CDN method. All these resources cache data will store in edge locations. Okay, so instead of accessing directly to these things, user will access edge locations. So corresponding to the global CDN, which CDN is content delivery network, which delivers content from an origin location. Here origin location means that our AWS region, the source of the content, to an edge location. Edge location allows the catching of static objects from the origin location. So okay, so we like we in Route 53 also we can use the CloudFront this function. Already we saw that the Route 53 In Route 53, we can use the DNS name as a bucket name, elastic load balancer, like lambda. We can use that lambda function also. Same this thing, this URL we can use in that Route 53 as a domain name, like a domain name also. Same thing whatever we discussed in like elastic load balancer and S3. So similar that we can use CloudFront, that CloudFront name also, CloudFront in CloudFront also we can use in Route 53. So CloudFront benefits: users experience lower latency and the content load time, reduce load on our applications resources, thus reducing the cost and just this is the thing how it will work in backends and that cache files, those things and so yeah. So we can delete this thing. Okay, fine, no issues. Create distribution. So we can create like using web and some other protocol, RTMP protocol. So we'll try to get started. Yeah, or domain name, whether it is like in Elastic S3 bucket or Elastic load balancer, whatever domain we have. In this case, we don't have any domain. Okay, if you have really any domain name in like in like that, so we can use that domain name. So here we have only this is a normal buckets or normal Elastic load balancer. So we didn't configure these things in domain name. Okay, if I need like a domain name, so then we can use it. So just select anything. The path, if you want, you can select the path. This is what an ID means. Here I selected my bucket name and S3 bucket name. So my S3 that S3 name. So it is showing the method S3 bucket name. This is my S3 bucket name. Restrict bucket access. Yes or no? Whatever you want. There is so many options. Okay. So if you can just take this help under, you will come to know all these features under. Just click all this help under. You will get some information, some description about these options. Some protocol policy, caching, use origin cache headers are customized. Some TTL, time to live, some cookies, those things, and just use these things to get to understand all those things and so what I will do, just create distribution. It is in progress. Here we can see some origins, whatever origins we selected here. Whatever origin we selected here. This is the protocols, the origin name, path name, any errors. We select any restrictions and all. So here you can see that restrictions and all. Geo restrictions, nothing is there. If you want to, we can select here also. Geolocation restriction. Or restrictions like who can access, who can't access, those things and all. So validations. Tags is as usual to track the cost and who are using particular this function. We can use the tags and all. To test whether it is correctly working or not, so we can't test. Why? Because this is not like a real domain name. Okay, if we have any real domain name, then we can test this, all those things whether it will work or not. So here we can't test these things. Just go through this thing. Let's try to create it and just refer some documentation, the actual documentation, those things. That will be fine. But lambda, this thing. If you want, we can select we can create the alarms for monitoring purpose, those things and all. Usage. This is a CloudFront usage, those things. And here we can't see any threshold. Why? Because we're not using, we are not, we don't have any like the correct one, correct domain name, those things and all. So VUX device, browsers, operating system. So like this only we can create it. If you want to know more about these things and all, just take this help and while creating this, so if you click that I button, it will list out some distribution, some content, and just read it. That will be more than enough for Lambda. So Lambda and CloudFront. If you want more details, just refer official documentation. Okay. Suhas, Anthony. Suhas, Anthony, is okay? Okay, fine then. So okay. Okay. So now almost we completed. Okay, whatever. So okay, that content, AWS content. So we discussed it. In all things are we covered. Okay. So just if you have any doubt, something like if you have any resume, already resumes uploaded in the Google Drive. If you have any doubt while practicing, Beanstalk, Beanstalk. Okay, Anthony. Okay, Beanstalk. Okay. So I Beanstalk. So Beanstalk now. So I'm also not working on Beanstalk. So what I will do? So I will refer. Okay, I will refer something and all. No? So I will record it. I will record and I will upload into Google Drive. Okay. Discuss no. So I do don't know that Beanstalk. I'm not working on Beanstalk. After 2 3 days now. So I will record and I will upload into Google Drive. Is it okay, Anthony? Okay. Okay, fine, Suhas. Okay, so what I will do now? So to be frank, I don't know Beanstalk and all. I'm not working on this thing. So after 2 3 days, I will record and I will upload into Google Drive. So any other things, Anthony, Suhas? Okay, okay, Anthony, fine. Okay, so this is our total AWS. Okay, I think I covered almost all the things. Okay, just let me know if any help, so any references in documentation. I think I'll give all the documentation. Okay, so just let me know if any like documentation, any references in our company, something and all. Okay. Okay, see you. Okay, just ping me in WhatsApp if any doubts, something and all. Okay, Suhas. Okay, okay, fine, fine. Okay then, just ping me in WhatsApp. Just